More than 3 weeks have passed since Hurricane Gustav made landfall here in Louisiana. While many farmers and ranchers have started to dry out and pick up harvest where they left off, many citrus growers in Plaquemines Parish are still knee-deep in floodwaters. As This Week in Louisiana Agriculture's Sabine tells us, the end of Gustav was just the beginning of their struggles.
Benji Becknell and his dad Benny worked feverishly to get this water pump up and running.
You got the screwdriver?
3 weeks after Hurricane Gustav churned up as much as 7 feet of salt water over the family business, the Becknells need to get this black stagnant salt water out.
That might make it.
The high water marks only tell part of the story. East of here, along the levee, hurricane-force winds twisted and tore apart these prolific mandarin orange trees.
More than likely, this tree is dead.
Benji says Hurricane Gustav nearly beat these grapefruit trees to death.
So even though it looks like there's a lot of fruit left on this tree, after we probably had a 20 to 30% drop, we're looking at another, 50 to 60%. What's on the tree will probably drop. And then the sellability of what's left is not very high.
Where you at?
Of Becknell's 35 acres of citrus here on this property, only 10 square feet remain dry throughout the storm. Right now, Benji Becknell and his dad Ben have set up this pump to get the water out of this citrus land to save those trees in the front of the property. But to get a great perspective of how much of this property was flooded, let's show you what it looks like from the air.
I'll show you where the break is coming up.
From the air, you can clearly see what the Becknells are up against. Just south of Benji's place, parts of Highway 23 are still impassable. It's heartbreaking to see so much water covering these citrus groves, says lifelong citrus grower and pilot Patrick Becknell.
We're 5th and 6th generation citrus growers, and every time we have a killing freeze or a devastating flood, we always replant and regrow. It's part of our heritage.
Back on the ground, the air is thick with the smell of rotting fruit as water meanders out of these groves. It will take a long time for normalcy to return to Plaquemines Parish. For now, all the Becknells can do is paddle through it and wait for the water to recede. In Plaquemines Parish, I'm Sabine for This Week in Louisiana Agriculture.
This has been a particularly tough year for Louisiana citrus growers. As you may recall, earlier this year, producers were threatened by the citrus greening disease. That was caused by an infestation of the citrus psyllid.